Hey fellow world dwellers, and welcome to Cooking with Turtle. But before we jump into the video, I want to welcome my latest Patreon, Chaplain Rock. Welcome into Turtle's army. I appreciate your support. Thank you. And now, Cooking with Turtle. In this episode, we are taking a closer look on best food, in my opinion, for herbivores. If you choose something else than I have on my list, that's fine, that's absolutely fine, and I welcome you to share your finding in comment section. If you disagree with me, do the same, it's why we have comment section. But now let's go into our cooking stove and let's take a look one by one on the best food for herbivores. I intentionally want to do carnivores in a separate video because you can be only one or the other. It's not possible to be both. You cannot be herbivore and carnivore. As well, you cannot easily change it. You basically need to get rid of herbivore in order to apply carnivore. There is no easy way around. And now, first on my list, we have Cranberry Relish. Just because how important experience is, and this 25%, it's amazing, taking into consideration how easy it is to actually craft a cranberry relish. But apart from the experience that you are getting as well a healthy dose of health regeneration and AP regeneration. What means if you have a surplus of cranberry relish, you can use it on imposter fight as very effective item to replenish your HP and AP during combat. About ingredients themselves, I will not show you everything exactly where you can gather, but I will show you on the map. If you want to mass produce it, here, Harhorn Homestead, that's one spot for cranberries. And if you want more cranberries, you go in here, Veiled Sand Grove, and here you will find more cranberries inside. About the gourd, you need to plant it in your camp. How to start your plantation? Steal some gourd from other players' camps. That's the easiest way. If you don't want the easiest way, you can find one gourd in the houses over there when you'll be farming Spring. About sugar, you need to harvest snaptails. And the best way to harvest snaptails, it's all going all around the rivers in here or in here, and snaptails are growing there. You harvest them and you make sugar. About the recipe, if you are missing a recipe for cranberry relish, you go in here to the Spring Resort. You go inside, you look for Antoine, and you buy it from him. It's really cheap. Antoine is a chef. You just find him where all the shops are and he will sell you the recipe. Next on the list, we have brain bombs. And that's the same reason we have it in here. It's giving insane amount of extra intelligence. And what you need to keep in mind, if you see lower value for the intelligence, it's because you either are not on the team or you are not using strength in numbers. You need strength in numbers and you need a teammate, at least one teammate with mutation to get the maximum out of your herbivore food. And similarly to cranberry relish, this one is giving you a lot of health and a lot of AP. Therefore, you can use it the same as cranberry relish to heal yourself and regenerate your AP during combat. Ingredients, brain fungus. This one is almost everywhere. Cannot be any easier. Any cave and other places you will find brain fungus. Muffman egg. That's not really hard to get. I will show you on the map where you go. Purified water, sugar bombs. That's the only rare ingredient. Sugar bombs. Unfortunately, there are two types of sugar bombs and you need only one of those two. And where you can find it? Usually in the kitchens. You go search for restaurants and kitchens and gather some sugar bombs. If not the kitchens, then this guy, Fastnacht Collectron, can sometimes bring you a sugar bombs. Now, as I promised, for the Muffman eggs, you go here. It even says Muffman on the map, then it's not hard to find. Point Pleasant. And you will find next to the statue of the Muffman a lot of Muffman eggs, more than you will ever need. And if you need anything like sugar bombs, spices, pepper or salt, as I said, restaurants. And if you are looking for restaurants, one of the places where you go is Helvetia. There is a restaurant with this stuff. Other place where you go is the White Spring Golf Club, Helvetia for kitchen stuff. And third on the list, I cannot craft on my main. I made a huge mistake last year that we had a meat week, and I learned the recipe only on my alt, and now only my alt can craft tato salad, and my main cannot craft tato salad. But good news is, the meat week is coming back really soon. Then stay focused when meat week will be in here. Do it as much as you can, and you can unlock recipe for tato salad. There is no other way to unlock this recipe. And this is the only recipe that allows you to boost your maximum HP. The only one that works for herbivores. There is as well a pumpkin food. Unfortunately, it's not boosted by herbivore. Therefore, it will give you only 42 max HP, pumpkin pie. Then you don't want pumpkin pie, you want tato salad. It's very easy to craft. You basically need tato and Brahmin milk. That are main ingredients, and sugar. Then it's all very easy to get, very easy to mass produce. It lasts for 30 minutes and give you 75 to your maximum HP. And that's a lot. And trust me, if you need to be more tanky, max HP is better than adding some extra damage resistance or energy resistance. Then this is the one you want if you go against some hard enemies. And number 4 on my list, it's steeped fever blossom tea. It's not actually food, but it works with herbivore mutation, therefore it's on the list. And what this one does, it gives you 12.5 AP regen. And this number is a little bit misleading. What this 12.5 means, that your AP regeneration will double up. It will go even more than double up. I will show you some of those in practice after I will finish talking about my top list. Then there will be some showcase of this stuff, how it works, like this Deep Fever Blossom tea. Unfortunately, you cannot buy recipe for this one. If you want this one, you need to do events and dailies in Toxic Valley, and it will give you a chance to unlock this recipe. Now, about ingredients. It can look scary because there is a fever blossom, but since Wastelanders, we have a perfect spot to farm a lot of fever blossom. As you can see, I still have like 38. I did one farming run for fever blossom. It's really easy to get. Honey, it's very easy to get. If you don't know where to find honey, there is a lot of places, but if you don't know, speak with the Sweetwater. He will give you a daily, and this daily will show you a map. On the map, couple spots with a honey, and I will show you a couple more. Soot flower, that's basically everywhere in the forest, but let me show you fever blossom and honey. For the fever blossom, you go in here. The deep is the new location added with Wastelanders, and when you go in there, you dive, you go into the cave, and there is a lot of fever blossom. More than you will ever need. About the honey, the very good spot that I like, it's somewhere like in here that I'm showing now. It's from time to time you have event that you need to protect a robot when he's collecting honey. Then basically this event, this spot always have honey. If you are looking for the honey in the forest area as well, Armor Homestead, you go a little bit farther and there is like a ruined shack and a lot of honey around it. And soot flower, like basically everywhere in the forest. Those are those blue flowers. Just gather as many as you need. Alternative option, not as good as Steep Fever Blossom tea, is corn soup. Not as good, but still very good and crazy easy to get. You just need corn and boiled water, and you will get 8 AP regen. And number 5 on my list, we have Steep Melon Blossom Chai. And this one again, you cannot buy recipe. You can get it from forest events and dailies. Why it's on my list? That's because it's like the only good option for Herbivore to boost agility. And as we all know, agility is needed to improve our sneak, but as well to increase maximum AP. Basically 5 agility from this T will give you 50 extra AP. Then for a lot of builds, like for almost every build, it's super useful. It's not too hard to craft. You need melon blossom, mutated fernflower, and spices. The spices is the only limiting factor because you will need to visit a lot of kitchens to gather enough spices. But apart from that, if you don't know where to find melon blossom can be found in the garden behind the general steakhouse. And fern flowers like basically almost everywhere in here. And now, the last position on my list, razor grain soup. And why this one is in here? First, how easy it is to craft. Just boiled water and razor grain to craft one soup. Second, it gives a lot of food and water, both in one because it's soup, like every soup doing this, but this one is very cheap to craft. And on top of everything, it's the only soup that gives you 75 health regeneration after consumption. That's a lot of free health, and because it's so cheap, you can actually spam it to heal yourself. You just need to know it will not heal your broken limbs. If you have like broken arm, leg, or even head, it will not heal it after eating the soup. You will need stim pack. Oh, and we actually have a rat storm in here. I never saw my camp in green. Interesting. Alright, but back to the topic. I promise you to show how this AP regeneration actually affect everything. First, I need to point out that in my current build, I don't have any AP regeneration sources apart from Nerd Rage that's not active at this moment because my health is too high. Then there is no AP regeneration, and armor I'm wearing have no AP regeneration. But basically, I have my default AP regeneration without any boosts. Now, first, let me show you how my AP regeneration looks like without any bonuses. I will just burn it all, trying to VATS nothing. As you can see, I'm burning my AP to show you how the regeneration looks like. Come on, let's go. Okay, and now you can see how my AP is regenerating. It is very slow. Now, let me boost it up. We'll drink Steep Fewer Blossom Tea, and it says AP regen 13. After consumption, under effects, we have Steep Fewer Blossom Tea, AP regen 12 and half. The first part, it's only health regeneration that's temporary. After consumption, just disappears. But AP regen stays for 1 hour. Now, let me drain my AP again. And now let's see the regeneration. As you can see, it's not hard to notice it's regenerating much faster. Basically, for me, it's good enough to replace legendary effect of AP regeneration on armor. I don't need it anymore. It's regenerate fast enough without it. Unless you are going for ultra crazy fast AP regeneration, then you can use it as well and stack it on top of everything else you have. It does stack, although there is diminishing return if you add more and more AP regeneration, but still, there is a return, then it's worth it. And now I want to show you as well quickly health regeneration from razor grain soup if you stack couple, because it doesn't look like much, but it's quite a lot. Let me first heal rats because I need some room that I will be able to regenerate. Alright, I still have some passive regeneration from sweet tato stew that I ate before, but that's really small. You can see sweet tato stew, it's like a little bit over 1 per second. But still, it's a honorable mention, I will say, sweet tato stew if you want some passive health regeneration. But now, let's go into razor grain soup, and I will eat like 4 of those quickly. Tap on 4, and you can see that my health is going up by quite a lot for quite a little bit of time. You can see it in here that normal razor grain soup, it's 3 HP per second. It adds up, then if you need more, then you can drink a couple of those soups and it costs you like nothing. And nice little bonus, this is resistance. But this part is not affected by herbivore. It's 10% regardless if you're carnivore or herbivore. And I need to say, I really enjoy those temporary buffs from food being much stronger now, thanks to changes to carnivore and herbivore, than it used to be, as this gives me some reason to go out and farm a couple of those ingredients and craft something to use later. And even more reason for me to use this good with salt perk that I like so much. And definitely let me know, do you like to cook and prepare some buffs for yourself, or you are rather a type of a person that will have melons planted in the camp and use only the melons to replenish hunger and thirst without caring about any benefits of cooking? I mean, both ways are good. I just like cooking. In game, like in real life, I suck at cooking. But that's beside the point. And now, as always, thank you a lot for watching. And see you guys in the next one.